Welcome to our Work Ready Launchpad program. Here at Stable and Grounded, what we do differently is we take the base allied health knowledge about your condition, your disability, and we fully examine what's going to make you successful in the workplace. We take it beyond finding a job and we make it into keeping a job. We make it into something that looks like, is that going to be meaningful for you? Is it going to add value to your life, or is it work for the sake of saying that we have achieved work? Here at Stable and Grounded, we make sure that we do have a full understanding of what your function is. We have a full understanding of what your capacity is. We map out what the gaps are to be able to achieve your employment goal. We look at what transferable skills you've got, what environment will be best for you, and then we help you map out that pathway through vocational assessments and vocational counselling to make sure that it's a job that's really going to add meaning to your life and is going to improve all of the other psychosocial aspects that we take into consideration into making sure that that is actually an appropriate employment goal for you, and it's going to make you want to get out of bed in the morning. It's going to see you successful in that workplace. You're going to be a meaningful contributor as part of that team that you go into, and it's something that's going to add value to your life. How exactly are we doing things differently here at Stable and Grounded? And the thing I wanted to speak about is quite often we hear scenarios where people have attempted to return to work by themselves, sometimes in the occupational rehab stream, and they might choose something that where they think their capacity is, and they secure the job, they go into the workforce, and they realize that it's something beyond what their capacity actually is. The other thing that we see is people might apply for a job, or someone puts them into a job, and that job didn't actually suit what they needed in a workplace to make them successful, and what it resulted in we often see is, people get performance managed, they get bullied by other people in the workplace, which I would love to say, doesn't really happen. But the thing that we try and do is we focus on understanding what your specific needs are, what your likes are. Like, quite too often people, use a farrier, for example. People might want to be a farrier because they like working with tools, they like the blacksmithy kind of aspect of it. They want to work with the horses, but when you actually map out what that actually looks like, is being out in the heat all day, bending over all day, what your capacity is to be bent over all day, and also you're going to be dealing with people all the time. So if you don't want to deal with people, then it's probably not really the industry for you. There's a lot of kind of misconceptions around when we haven't fully explored what a job actually looks like, of does that actually kind of suit our personality. The example that I like to use is if we wanted to greet people at the door, it came up, what's our functional capacity to do that? Is a workplace going to give us a stool to sit down occasionally? Do we have the standing capacity? Do we have the social skills? For people potentially that are neurodivergent and we don't always have great eye contact, is that going to be best suited in a customer service role? What we can actually do is, if that's actually your dream, then we will help improve your social skills. We'll give you practical tasks. Something else might look like a lot of computer usage, and we'll look at, well, where are your skill gaps? Does that look like enrolling in a computer course at a library to help you be successful, have the tools, and walk into that job knowing that you're going to be a meaningful contributor as part of that team, and knowing that we're putting you in the best position so that that experience of going to work is going to be a positive one beyond just finding a job and going to work, that it's actually going to functionally work and last for you, and is something that's going to add value to your life.